There we go. Good morning, Professor. How are you today?
Good morning. Doing great. Thanks for having me here.
My goodness, it is I who am honored, and I have the privilege to talk to you. So, you're a professor at York Entrepreneurship Development Institute, and you're the president of this institute. Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct. I'm also a professor at many other universities around the globe.
That's around the world. That's
Yep.
fabulous. Do you mind indulging us and letting us know what you teach in the world?
Well, my main area of research is small business crisis management and startup development.
Okay.
This kind of stuff. I really like to travel around as a visiting professor to different universities, from Tokyo to Eastern Europe, Middle East, and South America and everything.
Fabulous. They have
Letting
you on
people
as a
know,
guest.
pardon?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just so interested. They have you, they invite you as a guest professor, I guess.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah. Sometimes I come myself, sometimes we come with the program from our institute.
Okay,
Letting
right,
people
of course.
know how to build successful startups and also how Canadian and North American market works.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
if you're interested, some markets are too small for good startups, and people have to sell too early or to move
Yes,
to other bigger markets.
a hundred
In many
percent.
places, they don't want it. So we teach people how to start their ventures with a global approach in the mind from the beginning.
That's fabulous. I have a contact for you, another professor actually. He teaches entrepreneurship, actually. Yes, I have a mental blank, but no, I'm almost sure it's entrepreneurship at McGill. And lovely gentleman, Mr. David Solomon. And maybe I could put you guys connect. I could connect you both. Maybe there's some synergies or something interesting there.
Sure.
That'd be interesting. But anyway, I thank you so much for your time today. So as you know, when I wrote to you, I'm, sourcing out business leaders like yourself. And my mission, 18 years now that I'm a headhunter, recruiter, hiring strategist, whatever word you want to give me, but I help employers find the right talent within their organization, people that can do the job but are the right fit. And so I strive to have people work harmoniously together. So then, that they work together towards the same goal and mission. And they have similarities. When you have similarities, when you share the same values and mission, you already know how each other will behave in certain circumstances. And that's, I think, is one element that makes our harmonious working environment. So, but here sitting on this at this desk, I hear every day my clients how they perceived a resume or how they perceived the interview and how the people failed at it. So I'm collecting these beautiful discussions where I could showcase to job seekers, if you don't want to take my advice, hear it from the horse's mouth, what these leaders are really looking for. So with that, I will dive right in because I really want to respect your time. I'd like to know, you definitely have been in the position to hire people, and I'd love to know, what do you appreciate or look at right away when you receive a resume? Where do you find yourself going first right away?
Yeah, I don't think I'll say something new. I will say the same as
I've had
everyone.
many different replies, believe me.
Right,
So
right.
entertain us, no problem.
However, yeah, people who come for money, they will go for money. That's obviously. So we're looking for people who share the values of the organization, the goal of the organization. In our case, we look for this entrepreneurial spark in the eye. um, also, every organization has a vision.
Yes,
At least has to have the vision,
yes.
and people also have the vision, and it has to correlate well with each other. So
Yeah.
it's not only we're looking for people who share our values and understand our vision and goals. It's also important to see that their vision and their goals for themselves, for their development, works well with our vision.
Within
That's,
your vision and your
yeah,
environment and structure, 100%. Absolutely.
that's the most important thing. That's
Yes.
why we often like to, to raise people from our team who already fit well, because any skills can be developed basically. Even entrepreneurial skills. Yes, some people may be born with entrepreneurial skills, of course, but any other person may develop this skill.
I think so. And you just need to develop some confidence and courage. And then I think you can develop your entrepreneurial skills because
And
if you're
also,
not born with it,
yeah,
yeah, it's inside work.
and also, as I normally say, we all come here to make this world a better place.
hundred
And
percent.
entrepreneurship is a very good mechanism, very good tool to do it the most efficient way. Our
Absolutely.
institute is a very good organization for that. So when I see the fit, then we prefer those people.
That is amazing. I'm so glad that we crossed paths because I've never, well, I'm sitting in Montreal and I think you're in Toronto. Is that
Yes,
right?
correct.
Exactly. And I never came across your organization. And I think it's such a beautiful, beautiful mission you have. Do you get to speak? So you get to speak to a lot of students. Do you also get to speak to a lot of young business owners that there are in the process of launching a new business or they're having trouble in year number three? Do you also speak to business owners, junior
Uh,
business owners?
well, there's no big difference between our students and business owners because,
Okay.
yeah, first of all, our program is very competitive. Sometimes it's up to 30 applications per seat.
Wow.
Yeah, because it's really high level education and it's tuition free. We're a charitable organization.
Oh my
Right.
goodness.
So, yeah, and they're not necessarily young people. We have people
Sure.
from the age of 16 for the program for young entrepreneurs to, I don't know, 65 or something with gray hair.
Exactly.
Because sometimes academics develop something, some new technologies, something innovative, and they want to know how to make business out of it. So
100%.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes we have professors from other universities coming as a students to us,
Sure.
as well as young entrepreneurs, as well as students from other universities, including York, of course.
It's fabulous. So, do you have any, when you do receive a resume, where do you find your eyes going to right away? I mean, we talked about the interview, I guess, where you alluded to you want to see that entrepreneurial spark, but what about on paper? Is there something in particular you look for on paper before you call the person and interview them?
To be honest, I am not dealing with that from the
You don't.
beginning, right? We have our
Okay,
HR people who bring in
beautiful.
people for interviews. So I'm dealing on the last stage.
What a
I can
difference it
tell
makes.
you how we select students for our programs, which is very similar.
Sure.
So at the first level, we deselect ideas which are not innovative, which are not interesting enough, something like that.
Right.
Second level, we have selection committee, which consists of investors and our representatives and people from public, and we select projects without knowing who owns the project. So we select
Oh,
projects.
very nice. Because
Yeah,
you select based on the project. That's great.
yeah, and then
Yeah,
those projects, the owners of the selected projects, they invited for interview, and then
beautiful.
we are looking to
Then you look
see
for
that
that
entrepreneurial
drive.
spark in the eye. Yeah, that's the
Oh,
most important
yes.
thing.
Oh,
We,
it's so
we may ask
beautiful.
whatever questions, but we just see how people react, see how people eager to make a difference.
So, Mr. Ressin, that means that when somebody's chosen for a project and you interview them and you pursue their file, now what do they get exactly from your institution? They get what type of support do they get?
Well, if we're talking
Mentorship, for sure.
about students, YEDI is a one-stop shop for any
Wow.
entrepreneurial needs because
Okay.
we're academic institution, we're a college, we are business accelerator and business incubator. We have big
Wonderful.
campuses with spaces of all different kinds, starting from manufacturing, TV studios, theater, labs,
Any
medical, like
industry.
everything. Two big
Beautiful.
campuses, one in Toronto, one in York Region. Also, we have our own venture fund. So we
Okay.
invest. Also, we raise money for seed grants for certain graduates. Uh,
That is wonderful.
and we have a research center
Okay.
because we have many many startups that come through our different programs. We have data, which is very
Sure.
important, and we do research. And of course, we have alumni events. We have about 2,000 alumni by this
Oh, that's beautiful.
different alumni events and all this stuff.
Anybody listening to this, how can we participate? And like apart from donation, can we attend? Will you do fundraisers that we can attend maybe? Or how do we get on your list? Or how do we get involved?
Let's go to our website. First of all, read what's written there and sign
Okay,
up for the newsletter, and
beautiful.
you'll be
Okay, well,
blocked at any moment.
okay. That's great. And that way we'll get notified. That's wonderful. That's really wonderful. And how long have you started this now?
Well, it was started back in 2013, so
Okay.
it's already 12 years. We're not a startup anymore.
No, you're not. Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
we
That's
started we
wonderful.
started from within York University, and then back in 2021 we separated, and now we operate as a separate college.
Amazing. That's beautiful. I personally am very well connected with many different entrepreneurs and job seekers and investors and whatnot. How can I be of help? What would you appreciate in terms of a connection or a referral of some sort? Is there anything in particular that you'd look for that maybe I can, provide a connection? Like from speaking with you earlier, I thought of my friend, the professor at McGill who teaches entrepreneurship. And he likes to work with companies that are importing and exporting, so on a global level. So I thought that could be interesting. I don't know. But is there anything in particular, any component of, what is your avatar that you'd like to be introduced to?
Okay, great. So if you happen to know people who may benefit from our programs, first
Yes.
of all, with interesting, innovative ideas,
Okay, yeah.
on a first of all, we are sector agnostic, and we have programs for all the different levels of developments.
Even
Develop,
those that have patents,
yeah,
even
of
those that
course.
might have patents and they don't
Many
even
of
have enough.
those, yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
Many of
Okay.
those. So you may give them referral to look at our
Okay.
website and apply to different programs
Amazing.
to select the one that is best fit for them. Again, it's very competitive though. uh,
Yeah.
that's why we need as many as possible.
Okay.
Also, we have mentors. The
Yes.
mentors are volunteers. You can
Okay.
see a list, part of the list on our website, but we'll have more. So if you know people who want to become mentors with us, it doesn't take too much of their time.
Right.
For example, if we know how to do business, we may not know specifics of specific sector like medicine,
Right.
whatever, engineering, and something. So that's how we use mentors.
That's interesting.
And of course, we're always looking for donors.
Of course.
Yeah, as a charitable organization, as I said, we have really high level education that we offer to our students, and it's tuition free because we
That's
believe that high
incredible.
level education can be accessible for everyone,
Of
and
course.
we show that it works. I can say that approximately 60% of the donations that we receive
Right.
comes from investors. Those
Okay.
who are interested to look at the projects of our graduates.
Beautiful.
Then approximately the 40% comes from the graduates of previous years who already
Sure. The alumni and
yeah and give back. And also we have tuition from international students. Uh, that's the idea of our
of
budget. We don't have any money from the government, proudly, because we don't
course not.
have any strings
God
attached.
forbid.
Yeah.
I really have a soft space in my heart for this because I have to say I started my business close to 20 years ago. I was in venture capital. I lived in Toronto for a little bit and I was selling venture capital mutual funds and supporting companies that were just funded, first round of financing, first round of funding and collecting investors as a mutual fund on a mutual fund platform. But then life changed for me and I started this business. And at the time, I was considered a young mother under 40 starting a business. And I had access at the time to $13,000 government grant. And I was excited. I had to go through a few committees for the application. And on the federal level, no problem. They said, yes, go for it, start this recruitment business and all that stuff. When it came to my own province, and I had to propose once again my proposal, I was at the finish line. I just needed that stamp. She would not give it to me. And she says, no. I will not support your business because you're competing against our own provincial employment program. And I said, what are you talking about? I just want to help people find great employees and people find a great employer. And you can't do it by yourself in Quebec. I said, what are you talking about? It's just $13,000. It would help me so much at the time to get the business cards, the website, and no can do. And that's it. And so I wish I knew you back in the day. Um, it's amazing what you do because it's hard to get help from the government. There's a lot of bias, a lot of hidden agenda, and I think this is really lovely what you're doing because I could have used the help, back then.
Sure, yeah. Just go to our website, which is yedi.ca, yedi.ca.
We will.
Different programs, different ways to help entrepreneurs.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Definitely. I definitely will sign up to your newsletter and see how I can participate. And I see if there's something for me where I can donate my time. Because one thing that I'm really, being in the nature of my business, I'm really helpful when developing job descriptions. What exactly do you need? What are the non-negotiables? What do you really need that you can't steer from? What criterias would be just an asset, or even help people on how to interview. Sometimes people are shy or they don't know what questions to ask. So that's how I can volunteer. And I'll look at your website and then sign up and, be happy to help that
yeah,
way.
yeah.
That's
Great, great. And
good.
you also welcome to contact our office and maybe set up this alumni event that
Yeah.
we do. And
Oh yeah, I definitely will follow you. And I have a newsletter as well. So I'm going to make sure you get my newsletter. It's once a month and it could be very helpful. We talk about hiring well and getting hired. And it could be very helpful for your younger entrepreneurs, I guess. And so my goodness, I thank you so much. I took enough of your time. I'm going to stop the recording now. So we're definitely going to follow your website. We're going to advertise and uh, tag you on our LinkedIn posts and put you up on our YouTube channel. And any way we can help and pay you back for this generous insights and time, I'm all there. Yeah.
great. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you so much. Have a great
Thank
day in
you.
Toronto.
You too.